What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Oh, man, this is great news, boy. Henry Cavill back as Superman. I wonder what else happened in the news today.
You serious?
All right, let's read. Bigger Star Wars film from Damon Lindelof and Lucasfilm sets Miss Marvel's Charmin Obaid-Chinoy as director. So not only do we get Damon Lindelof, we get Miss Marvel's director, a show that I tapped out after like the first or second episode, and I was like, done. Man, Disney would have to ruin my damn. I was so happy too, man. Man, I was happy, man, coming through, man. Henry Cavill's back as Superman, and then Disney has to go and ruin the day, man. Damn. Following months of speculation, Deadline is now hearing from several sources close to the project that not only is Damon Lindelof developing a new Star Wars film for Lucasfilm. Why? Come on, man. We were doing so good with Andor. We were doing so good. Things was on a good track, and then y'all had to hire this Muppet. But that Charmin Obaid-Chinoy has been set as director. Lindelof is co-writing the project, though it is unknown at this time who his writing partner might be. Insiders say the script is still being written, which means production is likely far out. That said, sources add that it was important to Lucasfilm and Lindelof that a director be brought in so that person's own vision for where they see this story headed gets included in the script. A lot of y'all are probably saying, man, what's DA freaking out about, man? You just announced it, Damon Lindelof. Didn't he do some good work with Lost, right? You know, Lost was a good series. You like that, right? Didn't he do a couple of good things? Yeah. Let me show you what I'm talking about, guys. Come with me on the journey. So here's Damon Lindelof's, Wikipedia. All right, so we just gonna go ahead and skip right to the old filmography. All right, so here we go. His work in the past, and mostly writing credits. He was an uncredited writer on Star Trek, okay? Did a short film here. Cowboys and Aliens. Y'all remember Cowboys and Aliens? I remember Cowboys and Aliens. Fell asleep in the theater on that one, okay? Prometheus. Yeah, that wasn't a confusing pile of stupid characters at all, right? Then we get to some open heart documentaries. Star Trek Into Darkness. You need me to keep going? Okay, I'll keep going. World War Z. Now, I actually liked World War Z. I thought World War Z was actually pretty cool. But then I come to World War Z and I said, hey, man, who wrote this? Hey, oh, okay. I see Drew Goddard in there, right? Like, Drew Goddard is like the one guy from the JJ Abrams stable that kind of actually knows what he's doing, okay? If you go to Drew Goddard's filmography, he's got like Cloverfield. He was the writer and director of Cabin in the Woods. Love that particular movie, okay? Also a script writer on The Martian, right? Martian, good movie, man. Really good movie. It's an adaptation, but nevertheless did a good job with the script. He was an uncredited writer on Deadpool 2. Good and bad on that one. Bad Times at the El Royale. I actually like that. And then when you go to his television programs, besides all the stuff he worked on with JJ Abrams, Daredevil, right? Showrunner of Daredevil, that first season, that was him, okay? So yeah, and Drew we trust, but all right, we're talking about Damon Lindelof, so let's get back to that Joker. And then we got Tomorrowland. Oh, y'all remember Tomorrowland? Yeah, I don't even think the critics like that. Nobody liked this particular movie, right? So yeah, you got that. And then of course, yeah, he was the key guy behind Watchmen. He was the key dude behind that. Executive producer, wrote all the episodes. Yeah, that's Damon Lindelof. So needless to say, this man's reputation precedes him. Now, the previous article on Deadline said that they didn't know anything else about who else was there. Well, we got a secret writer's room, a rising scribe, and a post-Skywalker timeline. So we got some more information on that. A look inside Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie. They're saying that this guy right here, Justin Britt Gibson, is penning the script along with Lindelof, and they're potentially bringing back some characters from the 2010s films, which is essentially the sequel trilogy. I don't know why they called it that. The project has been in the works for months, and while Lindelof is getting the Wookiee-sized share of the attention, thanks in no small part to a pedigree that includes co-creating TV sensation Lost and shepherding the acclaimed Watchmen series. I don't know who that was acclaimed by. He is by no means the only person involved in the project. So it's going over a couple of the people involved here. Justin Britt Gibson, young rising writer. Okay, you know, he worked with Guillermo del Toro. That's actually given me a little bit of a positive feel about it, you know, because I like this guy's work, of course. Some of the other cats in the room, we had Patrick Somerville, who worked with Lindelof on Leftovers. We got Raina McClendon, who is a consulting producer on Lucasfilm's Obi-Wan and the writer on the upcoming Willow series. And we got Andy Greenwald, the creator of the Rosario Dawson crime drama Briar Patch. Also, Dave Filoni apparently has been popping in and out, so he might have been there as well. Sources say the movie project is intended as a standalone, but in success could lead to more movies, so they don't really know what they want to do with this thing, to be honest with you. Kind of Star Wars in a nutshell, right? That plan goes against our grain earlier. See, Lucasfilm's development process, which saw the company try to come up with new trilogies. Now the studio seems to focus on standalones. Sources say that the story would take place after the events of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Although it would not be a continuation of the Skywalker saga, it could, however, feature some of the characters from the Star Wars trilogy made in this called the sequel trilogy. Why do they keep saying it made in the 2010s? They already mentioned, and I already talked about it, Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy is the director. She's going to direct this film. It seems like Star Wars found they like JJ Abrams. I don't know why they like him or they like his style of storytelling. His style of storytelling doesn't work for me, okay? Damon Lindelof, like JJ Abrams, has that whole mystery box approach to storytelling, right? And that's not something that works for Star Wars fans if you can't tell, okay? The Force Awakens was filled with a ton of mystery, but they never resolve anything, okay? They don't know where it's going to go. He kind of just left it off for Rian Johnson to figure it out, and you saw how that turned out, okay? This guy just kind of writes mystery, and he doesn't have, they'll put a whole lot of plot threads out there that might sound interesting on the face, but you're really not telling a story. You're just throwing a lot of information out there, and you have no viable way of tying up all of these loose ends, okay? And that's frustrating to people that love canon, that depend on good stories told well, where you actually have kind of an end point, you know where this thing is heading. That kind of frustrates people, that kind of storytelling. I don't understand Hollywood. Why did they keep giving this stuff to these JJ Abrams clones? If you're gonna do that, at least give it to Drew Goddard. Drew Goddard knows what he's doing. If you're so hungry for a JJ Abrams disciple, that's the one guy in Hollywood that I would say, all right, I'll trust him, okay? Because he has a proven track record of writing good stories and finishing them off and not leaving all of these little loose ends dangling all over the script. He doesn't do that. He ties everything up nice and neat, like I said, and he knows the genres very, very well. I'm just confused as to why they keep going down this particular route. But anyway, folks, what do you think about it? Yep, we got another JJ Abrams disciple back controlling your favorite franchise. Damon Lindelof. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But go ahead, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.